Right now, somewhere inside your body, a fire is burning that never fully goes out. You don't feel it. You're not sick. You're not in pain. But underneath the surface, your immune system has been quietly on alert, sometimes for years. This is chronic inflammation, and it's been storing the evidence around your waist. It doesn't announce itself with a symptom you'd recognize. It just quietly changes how your body decides where to store fat. What most people don't realize is that inflammation isn't always a response to injury. Sometimes it's a response to lifestyle, sugar, poor sleep, chronic stress, processed oils. At first, nothing seems wrong. Your immune system responds calmly, then stands down. This is exactly how inflammation is supposed to work. A short burst, then silence. But when the triggers never stop, it stops standing down. The alarm just stays on. And once it stays on long enough, your body stops treating it as an emergency. It starts treating it as the new normal. Here's the part most people never connect. Visceral fat isn't just storage, it's active tissue, and it manufactures its own inflammatory signals. So the fire and the fat feed each other. Inflammation encourages fat storage, and that fat produces more inflammation. The more this loop runs, the more efficient it becomes at sustaining itself. This is why two people can eat the same calories, and only one stores stubborn belly fat. It isn't a willpower difference. It's which one of them is carrying an active internal fire, and the longer that fire burns, the more resistant the fat becomes to normal diet and exercise. Left uncorrected, this loop recruits a second system, stress hormones. Chronic inflammation keeps cortisol elevated, and cortisol tells your body to store fat specifically around the abdomen. Over months, this shows up as disrupted blood sugar, poor sleep, and a kind of low energy people can't quite explain. Most people chase each of these symptoms separately: a sleep app, a sugar cutback, a new supplement. But they're not separate problems. They're all downstream of the same signal. This is where the real change begins, not with a diet, but with lowering the signal that's been keeping your body on alert. Days 1 through 7 aren't about eliminating fat. They're about removing daily inflammatory triggers. Refined sugar and seed oils go down. Omega-3s and polyphenols go up. Days 8 through 20 are where sleep and stress correction matter most. Consistent deep sleep directly lowers inflammatory markers, often more than diet changes alone. Movement matters here too, but not the kind people expect. Long, low-intensity walks lower cortisol more reliably than intense training during this window. Intense training, ironically, can even keep the alarm signal elevated if recovery isn't managed carefully. By days 21 through 30, cortisol begins to normalize, and stored fat starts being used as fuel. This is where visible change in the midsection usually shows up, not overnight, but because the loop finally stopped feeding itself. What most people don't expect is that lowering inflammation improves something they weren't even trying to fix. Chronic low-grade inflammation is linked to brain fog, and mental clarity often returns before the mirror shows any change. Some people notice this shift within the first 2 weeks, well before any visible physical change. It's often the first real sign the loop is actually breaking. Sleep quality tends to improve around the same time, even before cortisol fully normalizes. The most common mistake is trying to out-train inflammation with AB workouts alone. You cannot spot reduce visceral fat with crunches. The loop has to be broken at the source. A lot of people also quit around day 10, right when the body is still recalibrating and results aren't visible yet. That's usually the worst possible moment to stop. Inside your body, inflammation was never the enemy. It's a system that's supposed to turn off. 30 days isn't a magic number. It's roughly how long it takes to quiet a signal that's been running for years. The fire only stays lit if you keep feeding it. Stop feeding it, and your body already knows what to do next.